It is a beautiful day in the Midwest as I sit in the parking lot of a Sam's Club. We are on our way to Indianapolis for the Indiana Comic Con. So, who are you excited to meet?
Who am I meeting? Belle.
Belle?
The
Paige
voice
O'Hara?
actor.
Yeah. Yeah, my wife Claire and I are at the Indiana Comic Con. You can follow her on Instagram at clairebrooks.readsbooks for all your bookstagram needs. You decided to cosplay for this. What are you cosplaying as?
Princess. Generic.
General Princess.
Just generic.
I did not cosplay because I do not have the confidence for that yet. But I did wear my Sonic shirt, and we are out of Chicagoland. So I brought a little bit of home with me with my Svengoolie snapback. Yeah, I actually went to the Indiana Comic Con about 10 years ago, and while I was there, and why should I care?
Do you like having a
Okay, so you're not supposed to take pictures while you're in line with the fancy celebrities, so show us. There it is. And she just like normally sounded like Belle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's like just her voice.
It's just her. So we came out here for Claire to meet one of her childhood heroes. And now I got to meet one of mine. I met Lunette. Yeah, she was Jubilee, who cares? But she's Lunette. I also got to take a picture, and she held Molly. It was great. All right, so we're calling it a day. It's been a lot of walking. It's a small convention, but it's been a lot of walking. You got a lot of compliments.
I did.
You were very self-conscious, but you got a lot of compliments. Would you want to come back? This is a 2-hour drive for us. Would you want to make the drive back?
Potentially.
Depending on who's here?
Yeah.
Okay. Neither one of us watched this show, but shout out to the guys from Reno 911 because they were there like full costume in character signing autographs. So if you're a Reno 911 person, you really would have loved that. But
is anybody a Reno 911
they
person?
have people in line. Somebody likes them. But yeah, good convention. All right, so let's look at the highlights from what I picked up at the convention. As I already showed in the video, yes, we got a yarn puppet of Unicorse from Bluey. This was like, we were there all of 5 minutes walking down Artist Alley before we ran into that. We actually stopped because they had a oversized Kuchikopi with Louise's bunny ears on. But then we saw the Unicorse, and that was actually something we've been wanting to get Cooper for a while. Another thing that I highlighted in the video, you can check it out here. James O'Barr was there, author and creator of The Crow, one of my favorite stories and favorite movies as well. This is a print he did back in 2017. Yes, 2017, but he signed it. Oops, sorry, got my finger in there. He signed it as well for, and I got when I purchased it. Also, picked up, so these people tried to flag, wait for the camera to adjust, there we go. These people tried to flag Claire down. They were selling tea but their whole theme and even how the people were dressed was very like Renaissance fair, and Claire was cosplaying, as you saw, as a princess. But it's all like they were selling tea products, and that's more so up my alley, even though she was dressed for it. So they were selling these little vials. I picked this one out because they said this one was supposed to be as strong caffeine-wise as coffee. So we'll see how that goes. Coffee is the only form of caffeine that wakes me up. God bless those of you who can like have like a Diet Coke or an energy drink in the morning. If I need to be woken up, I need coffee. That's just, it doesn't matter what form of coffee, espresso, black coffee, whatever. I need coffee in order to do it. I've had Coke in the morning before. I've had White Monster in the afternoon. Nothing wakes me up like coffee. So we'll see if this works. It smells great. It's got like notes of, I think, cocoa nibs and also just like other like chocolate flavored things as well. So we'll see how that goes. Then in the free department, apparently, I did not know this. I saw this booth was listed, and I'm glad I ran across it. So the Ray Bradbury Center is a library, part of the library at IU, Indiana University, Indianapolis, which is like 5 minutes. I love just like decorating chestless Eric Draven here. Yep, there we go. So this is like, was right up the road from the Indianapolis Convention Center where the convention was being held at. These were just free resources. Or not even resources, just free stuff they had on their table. I also grabbed a coloring sheet for my son. They have the largest collection of Ray Bradbury original works. They have a writing festival that it's like F451 is what it's called. They have like a rebuilt his office, and I think they have like his work table, like his actual work table. And basically their mission is to show that, hey, Ray Bradbury is cooler and has written a lot of amazing works beyond what you had to read in high school. His stuff is great. Check it out. So this might actually be like, Claire and I were looking at it. I think we will be going back down to Indianapolis at some point to check it out and to do other things as well. We like zoos, especially Claire. She loves zoos, so we'll probably hit up the Indianapolis Zoo. It's not a Comic-Con without buying a comic book, so I got this trade, Usagi Yojimbo Tribute. This is the 40th anniversary tribute trade that was released, obviously, at the 40th anniversary of Usagi Yojimbo. This is a character that I have never read before, and I know that's kind of strange then to pick up the tribute book, but little known secret is, of course, that I'm a big martial artist and love martial art media. I also really like indie comics, so I have been wanting to try Usagi for a while with this kind of like indie samurai stories. I think this is going to be something I'm going to really like. Why this tribute book? Well, that is because Matt Hansel was there. So Matt Hansel is a cartoonist. He was selling this book. Let's see if I can find his. He is a cartoonist, and he did a story. We'll see if I can find it. This tribute is, here it is. This tribute is several different writers and artists working on it. Different short stories, and he did, since he is a cartoonist, he's the backup artist for Hagar the Horrible. He's worked on some of those other like classic characters, modern stories of classic characters. I've got a Underdog from him before. Anyway, he did Usagi's story that's like in daily comic strip form. So since he was there and he had this, and I was been wanting to try it, and I really like, I'm wanting to try this character. I like his art. I've picked up some of his stories before. I was like, you know what? Weird spot to get introduced to the character, but why not? We'll give it a try. Thanks for watching today's video. Please hit subscribe if you haven't yet already. Like this video, leave a comment of what conventions you're headed to, and I'll see you in the next video.